Hello Assassins. Now Edward Kenway got a legendary weapon as well. The Bark of the Sea Dog. Now he's obviously a very popular hero in this game as well as in the franchise. He was obviously the flagship, no pun intended, hero for Assassin's Creed Black Flag. So everybody who loved that game just loves Edward Kenway. So now, is he the best navigator in the game? We're going to find out. We're going to look at his weapon first of all. You can see it obviously, you've got the Hasty Reaper and the Greek weapon, not trying to pronounce that. The damage increase is just massive compared to some of these. So a very nice buff to his damage output. We look a little bit more in depth. Weapon speed, fairly decent. Increases his defense, gives him a little bit of a health boost as well. Critical chance is 10% and the bonus as well. Dodge, 5%. Wish they'd increase that a little bit more. But his lethality, dexterity and agility, all things that help him obviously with his assassination abilities, all been buffed. And his miss chance is 7%. So, not bad, not bad. Right. It gives him an extra bracer pistol charge. But this should have given him an extra chest, like the bash your chest open ability. Should have given him another charge of that as well. That's really annoyed me. They could have just buffed one of, like, each one of these by one. Give him an extra charge on both skills. And it would have just made him just so much nicer to take into a Helix Rift event. But it is what it is. They should have done it. I don't know why they didn't. So we're going to take him into Story 28. And we're not just going to navigate with him. We're going to try and get our hands dirty a little bit. We're going to have a couple of fights. Hopefully assassinate a few people. And we're just going to show, is he now the best navigator in the game? Because for me, the thing that made Yusuf slightly better was I think he had slightly better damage output because of obviously the Fury buffs he gains. But the throwing knife, the guarantee initiative at every fight is just so valuable. So we've got an extra charge at least. Right, this has gone up, by giving him his weapon, this has gone up 2% from my last video of going through here. So that's nice. That's not too bad. Let's get a brace the pistol off. Nice damage as well. I think that normally did about 2k damage. Let's hit him here. That's doing, even though it's only 1000 damage, that is still doing 300 more damage than without this weapon. So it is a nice little bit. He does strike twice, which obviously gives him the opportunity to crit twice. But he did alright. No crits, bit of a slow time. Now his lethality isn't the best. Or lethalticity, I've said it, there you go. Bring back lethalticity. So I'm going to try this. Hopefully it succeeds. It does. Right. Obviously a little bit better here. But we're going to have a little fight with a fella behind him. So we're going to take him in. Please work. Please, please, please work. No, he's failed it. And this isn't going to go well for him. Nice damage off the brace of pistols. Crit there, which is always nice. A really nice crit. But he's parried that, thank God. Because I'm going to take an absolute whack. But he's got him down. So with that extra damage, I find him a little bit more sustainable. Like, that was the thing. Sometimes after the first enemy there, if you never crit, like the very first enemy after you jump the trap, like, you can be easily half health before you've come out that fight. So we're going to use the brace of pistols for this fella. Get the parry up. He hasn't got as much armor, so we've crit. That's nice. He missed we missed the other one. He's on his last legs. But luckily enough, we have Grandmaster abilities, which should help us get through this. I'm going to do that one. Yeah. 95% chance. I'm going to do a 95% jump over here. That's nice. Do this. Get him jumping over there. So that little increase is just nice as well. Only an 88% chance here, which should be a 95 easily. But he succeeded, and now we can use our Grandmaster ability to get down the bottom. He's done. Right, that's absolutely lovely. So that was really, really good by Edward. I'm not gonna go through there and just play it through with somebody else. So in Story 28 now, he can actually get his hands a little bit dirty. You see that I managed to take out the first. Well, to be honest with you, I haven't used anybody else through that playthrough. So I then had Domingo and Alexius absolutely full health, laughing their face off, going into the last room, and obviously the final room. So that is really, really nice. But let's take him in. Let's take him into a legacy mission. Let's just use him here, and let's see how he gets on with like the end game content of like the very final missions in region 5. So obviously this is going to be quite nice. Looks like we should be able to get a few people off. Right, his lethality again isn't the best. His assassination ability, that's why having, like, for example, someone like Almalin with Edward is very, very useful, because his lethality is a little bit lackluster. But we can use him to get through the trap. Don't need a disarmer. That for me should still be higher. I mean, he's a Grandmaster free runner. He's what's it called? Agility should just be through the roof. It really should be. But we can get over this. Brace of pistols him. Absolutely one hit KO. Critted him. Happy days. Again, we'll jump up on this ledge. We'll use just the normal standard free run ability. So he has got 8 of these. Oh no, my god, and he failed the 95% chance. Like Assassin's Creed odds, seriously. But look at that damage. When he crits, he does some really nice damage. He still can't really take a whack though, which is the only issue. With Yusuf, I think the thing that makes him a little bit better is that retaliate. You reduce the incoming damage so much. I mean, he's only got a 68% chance to use this ability. This should be 100% guaranteed. That should be 100% chance, no matter what. Because that's the whole point of having him. And this is the little thing with the game that annoys me. We're going to brace a pistol this fella. He is extremely tanky. Get the parry up. So at least the next hit shouldn't hurt as much. But he's only doing just under 1,000 damage. Oh my god, he's took an absolute whack there. But we got him down eventually. But yeah, for me, this weapon hasn't made him really much better, if you want my truthful opinion. I don't think this weapon has just changed him from, you know, how can you miss someone when they're stunned? It really irritates me. He isn't for me, he still isn't the best. He's still not, like, I would still take Yusuf in over Edward every day of the week. Every day of the week. I was hoping the weapon was going to give him some really big damage output. I'm just going through this because, long and short of it, I've got 2,000 coins there just for opening that chest, and I don't particularly want to just waste the energy. He's a beast. So yeah, Edward is just, he's just not good enough for me. I would take Yusuf in any day of the week. Like, Yusuf's ability to just parry, like, more or less every incoming attack or retaliate. You take less damage, you get that extra damage back on him. His throwing knife ability is just infinite. You can just constantly keep on throwing them. And for me, that just makes a world of difference. I just really, really do enjoy Yusuf a hell of a lot more, with the fury increase as well. And Edward's navigation skills, for me, don't make him head and shoulders above Yusuf either. It's not like, well, Edward can just 95% check everything. He's amazing for getting around the map. He's worth that little sacrifice of damage. It's just not good enough. I just was hoping that this weapon was going to just say Edward is now the best hero or navigator in the game, full stop. But for me, it's still Yusuf. Unless they can give him a bit of armor, eventually maybe a legendary bit of armor that increases his agility a little bit more, that buffs his attack a little bit more in his defense, to then, for me, outweigh Yusuf with an extra charge. Because the brace of pistols, even though you see me kill someone outright with it, that's great. But if you've got a stacked lobby or a stacked mission where there are a lot of enemies, the fact that you can only use that ability 3 times just doesn't make it viable enough. So for me, Yusuf is still the boy. Unfortunately, I am a little bit gutted about that, but it is what it is. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Fingers crossed Edward Kenway gets a little bit more of a buff. I would like to see it, hopefully some legendary armor or boots or something like that, just to make him that little bit better. Anyway, good night, Assassins. I'll see you in the next video. Stay safe and look after yourself.